Hey guys, what's up? It's KylaTea. I'm probably gonna sound a lot more tired than I normally do because when I'm recording this, it's actually 4 o'clock in the morning. I have had a very stressful evening, which I will actually tell you about in the next video I have coming up. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about going with the flow with your art and not being married to an idea. Now I know that if you watch a lot of videos like this, you just hear artists talk, they stress not to marry an idea, and what this means is don't become so committed to an idea that you're not willing to change it or at least critique it to make it better, or even just scrap the entire thing. I know back in high school when I was drawing, I had a problem with this. Mostly because I was stubborn, but also because at the time, especially around senior year, I was taking not one, but 2 AP art classes. And if you have ever taken AP art, then you realize just how much artwork that was. I would be up till 6 a.m. I had to go to school at 7. I'd be up till 6 painting. 2 paintings at once for 2 separate portfolios, because I believe for each you had to have 24 pieces of work, I think, 12 studies of stuff, and then 12 for your concentration. So 24 for one. I was doing that times, like I was just doing that but doubled. So I did like over 4, oh god, now that I do the math, damn, I almost killed myself. Sorry, I had a moment. But yeah, so kind of I had distilled in myself that I had to know what I want, and I couldn't change it. You know, even if I thought it looked off, I couldn't change it because I had such a strict schedule, and I had to make myself do it. You know, I couldn't change it. I didn't have the time. And unfortunately, by doing that, it kind of stuck with me. So when I got to college and I was doing art classes and stuff, and my professor would tell me to change something, I was pretty stubborn in not doing that. It was really, really weird. In an effort to try and get rid of that habit in high school, I actually made it worse. But one thing that helped me kind of break out of it was that I was struggling with an assignment. I had just gotten back from a study abroad in London, and I knew I wanted to make something from that. And I was so dedicated to doing something about my London adventure. So I did one drawing, and it was complete and utter shit. I don't know sorry for the strong language, but like, it was just horrible, and I can admit it now. Back then I couldn't, but I can now, looking back at it. It was horrible, even though there is one thing I'm proud of on there. But the next time around, I was like, okay, I still want to do something related to what, you know, my London trip, but I want it to be something else. So she made me this time around sit down and type out like an idea, a story or something for the next couple of drawings. Like vague concepts of what I experienced abroad, since she was like, since you're so dead set on that, at least get some concepts out, but don't make them too descriptive or too like rigid so that you can't change it later on. Pretty much just have a base, and so you kind of know what direction you want to go in, that you're not completely aimless. So, and by this time in drawing classes, she gave us rules we had to adhere by. Like, you have to make a stencil and use it in the drawing, or you have to do this and do that, blah, blah, blah. So, one thing that we had to do for this particular drawing was, yeah, we had to make a stencil, we had to make marks with our eraser, and then we had to draw in a continuous line and use that in our picture. I don't know what possessed me to draw the line that I did, but it was this very kind of intricate, pointy, almost boxy kind of shape that I had made. And this picture, mind you, was in the vertical position. And I was looking at it for like a day at least. And somebody, I don't remember if it was her, somebody told me, why don't you flip it? And I turned it on its side one way, and I didn't like how it looked, so I turned it like did a 180 pretty much. And I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, now I know what I want to do. And guess what? It had nothing to do with what I wrote down on my little like my little notepad. It was completely different, and I just kind of went with what my picture gave me. And guess what? She really liked that. You know, of course there were some issues with shading that she didn't like. She was very vocal about that, like she was ruthless. But the fact that she liked my concept and liked how the line looked and how I integrated it into my drawing, and just like that meant a lot to me. And it kind of reinforced the idea of don't try to force an idea. Sometimes you just gotta go with whatever the drawing or the painting is taking you. Kind of like this drawing that you're seeing, it was gonna actually be something different. It was gonna be a drawing of a old sketch that I had, that I scanned last year. And I don't know what made me draw that. I'm pretty sure you saw it by now, that line that would eventually become like part of the thumb. But I just drew it, and then the next thing I knew, I was drawing a hand, and I was like, oh, okay, well, and I just kind of went with it. And then I made this design, which I really, really like, and I'm actually going to try and plan to use as business cards, because that's how much I like it. But yeah, overall, just don't be so rigid with an idea. Allow yourself to grow. You know, allow yourself to try things. You know, allow yourself to just kind of let the painting move you, or the drawing move you. And that probably sounds like a very like artsy fartsy kind of thing to say, but trust me guys, it works. It works. You know, and it may not be the best thing that you ever make, but it's, you know, consider it, every time that you do it is almost an exercise in getting out of your comfort zone, or just an exercise in imagination and free-flowing thought. You know, even if it doesn't turn out great, because like this drawing could have come out really ugly looking, but you know, and actually that's that's gonna be the next speed draw video. So yeah, I'm going to let you all finish watching this, and I'll come back toward the end. Piece. This is one version of it. I don't know which one I'm gonna put up, but I made 3 versions, 3 different background versions of it, I should say. And yeah, like I said before, I'm going to use this as business cards because I really like this idea, and I really just love space. Space is one of my favorite things. The program to Mars gets started anytime soon. Then this channel will be canceled, and you can find me up on Mars living my best life. So thank you guys for watching. This channel is not canceled as of now. So please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, drop a like too, and if you don't, well, I'm sorry, and feel free to leave a thumbs down. It won't hurt my feelings. But other than that, there are some helpful links down in the description below if you want to help me out or if you want to follow me on other social media platforms. As well, I just made a Twitch channel, so if you have a Twitch, please go follow my channel there because live streams will be coming soon. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.